Good day, everyone. And here we have an EXGO RXV golf cart with a BATTLite lithium battery. And you guys are probably asking yourselves, how many lithium batteries does it take to run a EXGO golf cart? Well, in this case, it only takes one. And it just so happens to be this guy right there. 48 volt, 100 amp hour BATTLite lithium battery, guys. And it's going in the good old RXV 2010. Now, if you've seen the previous videos on this golf cart, we introduced you to some nice Nokins seats. We took the junk Danaher controller out of it and replaced it with a very nice Novaic setup that's all ready to go, other than obviously a battery, which we're going to be working on that one today. We're going to set the battery in and all that fun stuff. Basically make sure, well, set up the Novaic, but we need the battery. And thanks to BATTLite, we have a battery. Link in the description below, guys, if you're interested in this BATTLite battery. I will tell you, these batteries are so much better than lead acid batteries. Lead acid batteries are junk. Don't buy them for your golf cart. Buy one of these. This cart actually has, hold on a minute. This cart here actually has a lithium battery in it as well, from another company that I dealt with in the past. And this guy he's freaking loving it. He is loving this golf cart. And obviously I have the good old club car here. Go out here and see the good club car. Got the old club car. That also has a nice big lithium battery in it. Basically, at the end of the day, I only deal with lithium batteries when it comes to golf carts. And anything else, for example, if you need a lithium battery for an RV, you need a lithium battery for a motorhome, you need a lithium battery for your car, you need a lithium battery for your trolling motor on your boat, whatever. They make all kinds of different lithium batteries: 12 volts, 36 volts, 48 volts, 100 amp hour, 60 amp hour, all kinds of stuff. So lithium is really the way to go nowadays. So the nice thing about this BATTLite battery is it comes with a bunch of cool stuff, which is pretty cool. So let's go see that. So it comes with a gauge. Right here's our gauge. We're actually going to plug that in and see what it does. It comes with an onboard charger. We're not going to hook this up right now. I'm not sure what this is for. Little on off, maybe an on off button for exterior on off. I don't know. We'll have to look at the instructions. They even include a very nice come here, plug-in. So basically what this does is just like this one here. This would go in the body. This end would plug into your charger. Your charger would be basically permanently mounted inside the golf cart, preferably over there. And then all you have to do is basically just plug the golf cart in with an extension cord, where there's extension cords in here somewhere, with an extension cord, and it charges up all by itself. You don't have to have a special charger port or anything of that nature like the old golf carts. Like, for example, the EXGO. Right there's the, here, hold on. Let me go on that side. So basically, I would replace this charger with that piece and a piece of plastic from Amazon or whatever that piece would bolt to, and then that would be my new charger, basically. So we're going to end up hooking that up in a later video. But right now, my main concern is basically putting this beautiful BATTLite battery in the golf cart, getting the Novaic set up, getting it running, getting it driving, make sure everything works. I have to put the motor back together. So let's put this over here. So I got to put the brake back on the motor and plug some stuff in and all that fun stuff. But I've been trying to get this freaking golf cart running for a while. And finally, I just said, screw it, and I got the Novaic. BATTLite was so nice and kind to send me this battery for this thing. So we're gonna drop it in and see if this cart moves, guys, because I'm gonna do some cool stuff with it. Now, I will explain to you why I'm not gonna be putting the gauge in and other things, because this body is not gonna be on this cart for very long after I get it running. So once this cart's running with this BATTLite battery, it's gonna get a new body. And there's no point in me putting the charging port in and the gauge and stuff. I'm changing some things around in here anyways. So I'm gonna leave that stuff out for right now. But in the meantime, we definitely can plug this gauge in and see what it does. So That's an external switch. That's my can. Let's plug this in here. Very easy, very nice. Just screws in like that. And then I guess the battery's gonna have to be on. Yep, there we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, it gives you a little code to scan for your phone, which is kind of cool. And it's at 49%. It is not... What happened? What happened? It turned off. Why did it turn off? Okay. BATTLite. Scanner. Stay on battery. And then it shows you the percentage. 49%. 52.7 volts. 0 amps, because obviously the battery's not running right now. It's staying on. So that's pretty cool. Not the best gauge I've ever seen, but very simple, very simplistic. It tells you what the battery is, and that's really all you need to do. Anyways, you don't really need all that other information that I got like on my other batteries. Let's take this off of here. Yeah, some of my other batteries, they got like information centers and shit, which is cool, but at the end of the day, do you really need it? We'll give an example on this guy here. Like, this gives you a whole slew of information. Like, you can, it's all touchscreen, which it's cool, but then it's bulky as well, which, you know, is great that it's bulky and you got all this information, but sometimes it's nice just to have a nice, very simple gauge, like the BATTLite gauge. Gives you all the bells and whistles, tells you what your battery is, and that's really, at the end of the day, that's all you need to know, is how much percentage the battery has. And that does a very good job at that. So let's get this battery sat in the golf cart. Let's start wiring things up and see what happens, guys. All right, guys, so the BATTLite battery's in. It's heavy. I would say this battery probably weighs about maybe 110 pounds, give or take. It is a metal case, so that makes a huge difference. Actually, the weight of it might be on here somewhere, possibly. Or maybe not. Anyways, they do have brackets. Whole bracket kit, cable kit that you need, plate setup, bunch of different cool bolts and stuff. I think these are battery bolts. Keep them out because we're going to need them. So every cart's going to be a little different. So this can probably be universal. These brackets could be universal for RXVs, TXTs, club car presidents. The problem with RXVs is they have a plastic bottom. I know some came with metal, but this is a plastic one. So my suggestion, if you're going to get this battery, is to put it as far forward as possible and do a tie strap around it, and bring the tie strap, cut that piece out there and just tie strap this thing in, or find a way to use those brackets in that box to mount it in and make it secure. I might do that later. I don't know what my plan is right now for this battery, if I'm going to leave it in this position or turn it or do whatnot. Like I said, right now this video is basically just to make sure this freaking thing works and I can Bluetooth to the Novitas and I can get this freaking cart running. That's the main part of the video. Yeah, let's hook the battery up and hopefully nothing catches on fire. Stay tuned. Another safety precaution is when you're messing with voltages and things that you're not familiar with, like fucking door shut on me, scared the shit out of me. When you're messing with voltages and stuff of that nature, always make sure your golf cart's in tow, not run. And my suggestion is always also make sure your back wheels are off the ground, because you don't want to connect this battery up, turn it on, and say, for example, the key switch is messed up. Also Nokins, by the way. The key switch is messed up and this thing starts going out the door, which would not be good either. So some safety things, just some safety things. All right, guys. Well, it's another day at the golf cart shop with the good old RXV, and I ran into a problem, and we're just continuing this video. Basically, the RXV didn't run with the new Novitas and the new battery installed. We got the BATTLite battery in this thing right there. As you see, it's on, and it is working. I'm going to give you a little bit of advice on these RXVs, these 08 and up RXVs. Every single wire in this cart needs to be attached. In order for the computer, the Novitas or the Danaher or the Curtis, to do its job effectively. And I kind of goofed up. And what I ended up doing was, when I first got this golf cart, I'm going to show you here, guys. When I first got this golf cart, the first thing I did was I cut the wire for the buzzer for this little reverse buzzer. And that prevented this cart. Let's turn the battery off here. There we go. Put it in tow mode. That basically kept this cart from not running, amongst other things. There's a few other little things that didn't. The Danaher controller was toast, but I cut that way before that, and I already knew it didn't work before that. But yeah. Make sure every wire is hooked up on this thing, even the reverse buzzer, as annoying as it sounds. Now, in order to disable the reverse buzzer on an RXV, you actually have to silicone it, put silicone in it, wrap it around with bubble wrap. You can't actually take that thing out of there or the cart will not run. So we have a running and driving freaking cart. I am super, super happy about it. But we still have a few more pieces to hook up on this battery. So the one thing we have to do is we have to bolt this battery down. We have to bolt the charger down. I'm gonna put the new gauge in because I have a new gauge over here. Hold on. Let's see. Get that out of the way. Get that out of the way. Ah, there's my gauge. So there's my BATTLite gauge. I'm gonna put that in and make sure that's all nice and pretty looking. So that'll be cool. So let's get all that done because I'm sure this video is already going longer than I need it to go. And let's make it happen, Captains. Let's make it happen. Alrighty. As you can see, I got some plastic pieces off. And I got my battery mounted, this good old BATTLite battery. The charger is mounted back here. Everything is nice and secure, which is great. We have a whole bunch of wiring we need to clean up. But I ended up running both my Navitas on-the-fly controller and my BATTLite gauge right here in the original position of the original gauge, battery gauge. So I run those wires in that track right here. They fit there very, very nicely. And then once this rubber matting is back in place, you won't even know they're there. And then you put the side skirts on and you're good to go. But yeah, we just have a little bit of buttoning up to do. We're gonna get this thing all back together and make sure it works good. All right, guys, we've got everything wired up and done. Battery secure, charger secure. All my gauges are good to go. And here, it's a little crooked, but there's my battery gauge showing me my percentage right there. And once I turn the card off or the battery off, that'll go dead. It is a little crooked, but I'm gonna fix that later. But I got my Navitas set up. We're ready to rock and roll, guys. We're probably gonna end up doing a later video on performance of the Navitas setup with this BATTLite battery, but huge shout out to BATTLite Battery. Link in the description below, guys, if you guys wanna check them out and have a badass little golf cart battery. They also have a external on-off switch that I can hook up to the battery and drill through the body here like somewhere and actually turn it off without having to pop the seat up, which isn't that big of a deal, but I might install that later as well. And then, more than likely, we're probably gonna have a comparison video between the Navitas BATTLite setup and the Vatrer SilverWolf Teekon setup in the club car. Maybe we'll do some racing and something between the EXGO RXV and the club car President with the stuff all done to these golf carts. You let me know what you want to see. I think it would be a pretty cool comparison between the two companies and different battery companies as well. So other than that, guys, we're gonna end the video. The RXV is coming along very nicely. We have more parts coming forward, including a back seat, some paintwork, some bodies, headlights, all kinds of cool stuff. No lift kit though on this guy, but yeah, I'm excited to get this thing running. This thing has been, guys, it's hot today, that's why I'm sweating. I'll tell you what, this thing was racking my brain. I've never had so much of a difficult time trying to figure out why a golf cart didn't run. They're pretty simplistic animals, so but this one is good to go and it's perfect and it's running great and everything's working the way it's supposed to be, so I'm extremely happy about that. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Instagram, Diablo Formula Racing, and as always, my awesome viewers, deuces.